Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 217 of our Get Your Goals annual challenge. Today we're talking about communication goals. We talked in depth pretty much yesterday about different modes of communication, different ways of categorizing communication. And today what we're going to do, I want to keep it super simple and easy over the weekends. And I don't know that I've always been doing that, but I've been trying to. So today we've got a pretty simple action item. We are just going to rate ourselves on each of those different modes of communication. How do we see ourselves right now? And then how do we want to see ourselves? You can do how you're desired for extra credit. This is how I do it. I'm just going to read these off and then I'm going to say, okay, where am I at right now? And then where do I want to be? Because some things I'm probably better at than I need to be or really matters. And other things I'm definitely stinky at that I want to get better in. And then there's other areas I'm stinky at that I don't really care whether I super quickly improve in those areas or not. For example, let's pick one. Let's say mass communication. I am on the internet, which is a form of mass communication, but I don't use it to blast out information to people. And guess what? I don't even want to. So I would rate myself pretty low on that on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being super duper bad or don't do it at all, 10 being awesome, probably one of the top in the world for these different categories. So I'm going to read the categories and maybe I'll share my gut instinct on each of these on a scale of 1 to 10. Remember, there's rater prejudice. I rate myself a certain way. Other people rate themselves another way. For example, I know a speaker, a public speaker, awesome public speaker, but when he does any kind of rating of himself, he gives himself a 10 in everything, which tells me he believes that he is awesome at absolutely everything, at least the things he's rating himself on. And guess what? I don't think that is very self-aware. If I thought I was awesome at everything, I'd be deluding myself. So I want to make sure I am, when I rate, realistic in my expectations. So when I think of a scale to 1 to 10, 5 would be average. So most people are a 5, right? Or are right around a 5, 4, 5, 6. If I'm super good at something, and I've done it thousands of times, I probably can rate myself higher. But if I haven't done it at all, I'm not going to rate myself any higher than a 3. And if I hate doing it, I'm going to give myself I'm going to say how good am I at it, even if I hate it. But that plays into it, right? If I dislike doing something, I probably am not choosing to get really, really proficient and good at it. Sometimes we're just naturally good at things that we might not like doing. I know a lot of people that dislike writing, but are very, very good at it and can write really well. They just don't like the process and like having to do it. So what are these categories? So are we clear? Action item. Think about these areas, think about where you are right now and where you want to be. We do that with everything, right? Because otherwise we just stay stuck in what we've always been getting. So the first one, of course, is speaking. How do you rate yourself on speaking? I give myself probably a 6 on that, 6 to 7, but I'd like it to be like a 9, right? I would like to be an excellent speaker. Listening, okay, this one's really hard for me to admit, but I'm probably about a 4. And I spend the vast majority of my life listening. So do I want to get better at that? Yeah. I want to be like an 8 to 9 at that. Reading, now I have an excuse here or a reason. I am legally blind, so reading has taken a couple of different terms for me. I have always loved reading, and I think I'm a great reader. Wasn't in 3rd grade, but that's because I found out I couldn't see at all. And once I got glasses, reading just clicked in 4th grade. So reading, even though I'm legally blind, I would still rate myself like an 8 because I'm a voracious reader and I don't really need to be. I'm just going to keep it at an 8 because as far as reading goes, I probably could listen to more audiobooks and that would help me personally to develop. But for the most part, I'm very satisfied with that level of reading. Writing, I'm going to say I'm about a 7, but I would like that to be a 9. I would like to do more actual writing. Nonverbal, I got to give myself about I want to say 3. And the reason I say 3, and I want it to be like a 6 plus, is because I don't pay attention to nonverbal cues in myself or in other people nearly as much as I think that I should. Visual communication, I don't use that hardly at all, so I'm going to give myself a 5 as average, but I would like it to be a 6 or so, or 7, or continually improving, because I think there's a lot better ways I could communicate by using visuals. So using more pictures or graphics or photos or infographics, etc. Electronic communication, I'm going to say I'm about a 6. I'm probably ahead of some people when it comes to online and electronic communication, data, and I have a chatbot, but I never use it. It's one of those things you pay for every month, but I do nothing with, mainly because I don't like to text. So what should I do? I should probably make that a 7 by hiring someone to set that up and do that for me. One-on-one communication, I guess I should ask the people that I communicate with how good I am at that, but I'm going to say a 5, because I think when it comes to coaching and things, I'm taking that out of it. Just overall average, and I would like that to be a 7 or an 8, because I think one-on-one we should be awesome. Small groups, I am really good with small groups. I'm going to give myself a 7 on that, and I'd like it to be an 8 or a 9. Public speaking, when I do it, which is very, very, very rarely these days, unless you count live videos, then I do them every day. So I'm going to give myself a 7 on that. Again, I'd like that to continually improve, so I'm going to put an 8. And mass communication, I'm going to say I'm a 1 on that, because I really don't do it. I don't make good use, and I should go back to this, of my email and email marketing. I know how to do it. I know I should do it. I know I want to do it. I just don't get around to it. So I'm going to say I want a 3 to 5 on that. Actually, I want more than that plus, but I want it to be continually improving. And if I'm at a 1, then I got a long way to go. And then interpersonal, oh, this should be intrapersonal. It says inter, but I'm going to say intra. I'm going to add intrapersonal. So interpersonal, I'm going to give myself a 6 on that. And I'm going to put a 7 that I want, because I want to be continually improving that. And then I'm saying intrapersonal because we need to remember the relationship with ourselves. And here's another painful confession. As much as I work on this, I guess I'm probably a 5, but I feel less than a 5, if that makes sense. And I want that to be, I want my dialogue with myself, my relation with myself, to be a 9 to a 10, right? I want that to be the best, because that's what everything stems from. So that's mine. That's my breakdown. I guess I've done my assignment for today, my action item. See, that's all the longer it takes. It doesn't take long. So go ahead and do this. If you need the categories, there's a write-up. I actually thought it would be fun, so I asked ChatGPT to rate itself on these categories, so you can go and you can see if it thinks it's good at these things or not. According to ChatGPT, it can do all of these, and you can do all of these categories and modes of communication with it. So I thought that was kind of fun. All right, that's it. Any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow. Have an amazing day.